everyone. I want to welcome you to Scale Adventures. With me, I have Arshad, and Arshad is a dynamic CEO who's built multiple companies and exited them. In this podcast, we're going to talk and deep dive into his journey of building an interesting company that blends both hardware and software and is building some really interesting solutions. So we had done a prep call, and he was talking about the various challenges founders have, the importance of looking at company valuation, how do you think about purpose, and so much more. I'm sure you will love this. Arshad, on behalf of my audience, I just want to say welcome. Lovely to have you on our podcast.
Thank you, Akshay. Pleasure to be here and look forward to an interesting conversation.
Perfect. And also just want to say thank you. I know you're shuttling between India and UK and US. So super excited to dive into your lessons. Just for our audience, would you just tell us a little bit about you and a little bit about the company? We'll spend more time in the later questions diving into that, but just for some context.
Sure, Akshay. So let me start by a bit of a background about myself. So I'm an engineer by education, did my undergrad in engineers. I'm going to give away my age. Undergrad in engineering around 23, 24 years back. Started my career with IBM Software Labs. Had a fairly traditional corporate career for almost a decade. Worked with Government of Australia, Citibank, Volvo, just name a few. Did account management, sales, tech, program management. Went for an MBA at Cranfield School of Management, which is one of the tier 1B schools in the UK. And then that's where the entrepreneurship bug really bit me. And I started a series of companies post my MBA starting 2009. So I think I'm on my 5th startup. So this is a journey that I've taken since my career started. Since I've started my most recent company, which is in AI automation robotics, I'm also a frequent speaker in robotics and AI, including I've spoken at the Walt Disney Company, BCG's Machine Learning Conference, spoken at Robo Business in San Jose, City of Tomorrow Summit in New York, to name a few. I'm a big science fiction fan. And if you see one common theme in all my companies is that I'm trying to make some of the science fiction I grew up with real. So I think I'm trying to improve quality of life for humans. I want to build a better future. And these are all recurring themes. If you see all my companies, products, my company's tagline, you can see this across a company. So again, so I'm the founder, what my company stands for and what I stand for, the lines get blurred sometimes, right? So I think, again, going back to the company, our work is build a better future, right? And in a nutshell, we want to improve quality of life for humans with affordable, intuitive, and practical automation and robotics, right? Very carefully chosen set of words. And I think this is a key goal for us. And we've been fortunate to get a lot of traction, a lot of press since inception, including Fast Company, Popular Science, Mashable, to name a few, Discovery Channel. We've also been featured in a lot of academia worldwide, more than 30 to 40 academic research papers, textbooks, presentations refer to our products. We have made an impact. We have even been exhibited in a science museum 2 years back as an exhibit in the history of robotics. Yes, I would like to think that we have made an impact, but the journey is far from over. So
fantastic. I think one of the things I want to do is, I think you've highlighted some really important topics already in the introduction. I want to go to you as a child. Where did this love for science fiction happen? What were the first seeds of it? And how has that shaped the way you think about companies?
Sure. I think I still remember the first science fiction novel I read was a Foundation series from Asimov. And I was pretty young. I was like 10 years, 11 years old. Looking back, it was a very young age to read something as thick and deep as Foundation series from Asimov, right? So what fascinated me is all the future of humanity, how things could get better, what lies ahead, what are the challenges, how we could define different ways of expanding what tends to be called human capability. I think I've been fascinated by that quite a lot, and also the accelerating pace of tech development in the last century. I think it's just going through the roof, and we are again in a very exciting cycle again. So this is what has captivated me. And along with it, all the ethical questions, which has come to the forefront now. You go anywhere, it's AI, ethics, everybody is scared. What is the outcome? So this is again fascinated me, and this is a topic a lot of science fiction addressed long back. I think
Mhm.
there are a lot of novels around it. So this is what drove me actually. I know honestly, but once I graduated, reality hit. I need to get a job, and my first startups were not exactly in the sector I wanted to be. But I think as I've grown, I always wanted to hit the sweet spot, and I'm there. So I think I'm a bit fortunate enough to pan out my journey, in a way that it has.
I love it.